Blackness, that was all he knew. Was it always this way? He strained, trying to remember. Nothing, no memories, no sensations, just the infinite void. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced the darkness. Where was he? Was this death? Time lost all meaning. He could have been trapped in that abyss for an eternity or a heartbeat. The silence was absolute, broken only by the frantic drum of his own fear. He yearned for something, anything to break the monotony of nothingness. He longed for light, for sound, even for pain, just to feel alive. Then a voice. It started as a whisper, distant and undefined. He strained to hear, his heart pounding in his non-existent chest. The voice grew slowly, steadily, until it resonated through the void. It was a voice of power, ancient and wise, tinged with an unsettling familiarity.
Welcome. We have much to discuss.
He wanted to speak, to demand answers, but no sound escaped his non-existent lips. Who was this being? Where was he? As if reading his thoughts, the voice chuckled. The sound was both comforting and terrifying.
Do not be afraid, little one. You are not alone. You are with me now.
A point of light appeared in the distance, growing brighter with every passing moment. It pulsed with an energy that seemed to hum through the void, a beacon in the endless night. As the light intensified, he felt a strange pull, a gravitational force drawing him closer. Fear turned to curiosity, then to a strange sense of peace.
Who are you?
The question hung in the void, heavy with untold implications. The light pulsed, and the voice responded with a question of its own.
Do you not recognize me, child? I am the one you have sought your whole life. The one you whispered to in moments of joy and despair.
Confusion clouded his thoughts. He strained to comprehend the being's words.
Sought, but I don't understand.
The light chuckled, a sound that echoed through the universe.
You have lived many lives, child. You have walked this earth countless times, each life a thread in the grand tapestry of existence.
Images flashed through his mind, vivid and strange. He saw a Roman soldier, a medieval blacksmith, a 20th century scientist, all different, yet all connected by a single unbroken thread. Each life held a different face, a different name, but the eyes staring back at him were always his own.
These were you, each life a lesson, a chance to grow and learn. And with each life you drew closer to me, to understanding the truth of existence.
A pang of sadness struck him. He saw a woman, her face a blur, yet her touch etched in his soul. He felt the warmth of tiny hands in his, the echo of laughter on the wind. His family. What would become of them?
Do not grieve for them, child. They too are on their own journeys. You will meet them again, in other forms, under different suns. Love transcends the boundaries of life and death, binding souls across lifetimes.
His heart ached with a bittersweet longing. He yearned to hold them, to shield them from the pain of his absence. But the voice's words offered a sliver of hope, a promise of reunion in the vast expanse of eternity. He clung to it, a lifeline in the face of overwhelming grief.
But why? Why these lives, these fleeting moments of joy and sorrow? What was it all for?
He cried out, his voice echoing in the vastness. The light pulsed, brighter than ever, and a sense of awe filled him.
You have not just lived these lives, child, you have created them. You, and countless others like you, have woven the very fabric of this universe with your experiences, your joys, and your sorrows.
The universe, he realized, was not a cold, indifferent machine, but a reflection of their collective consciousness. Every star, every planet, every atom was a testament to their shared journey. He was both architect and inhabitant, creator and creation. The light began to swirl, galaxies forming and dissolving within its depths. He saw the birth of stars, the dance of planets, the intricate web of life spreading across countless worlds. It was beautiful, terrifying and utterly humbling.
Imagine the universe as an egg. We are all within it, growing, evolving, preparing for the moment we break free from its shell.
The image of the egg resonated deep within him. He understood now. Each life, each experience was a step in his evolution, a crack in the shell of his limited perception. He was not just a man, not just a soul, but something far grander, something infinite.
And what happens when we break free? Then, little one, we become creators ourselves. We shape new universes, nurture new life, and the cycle begins anew.
The fear that had gripped him was gone, replaced by a profound sense of purpose. He saw that death was not an end, but a transition, a doorway to infinite possibilities. His journey was far from over. It had barely begun. The light pulsed once more, then began to fade. He felt himself being drawn back, away from the voice, away from the truth that had been revealed.
Remember this, child. You are not separate from me, nor from the universe itself. We are all expressions of the same divine spark. The power to create, to love, to experience lies within you. Never forget that.
The darkness returned, but it was no longer empty. It was filled with the echo of the voice, with the knowledge of his own divinity. He was a part of something vast and unknowable, a single note in an infinite symphony. And as he drifted back into the abyss, he carried with him the profound truth he had learned. He was not just a man who had died, he was a god in the making. He opened his eyes. Above him, a familiar ceiling. He was back. But everything was different. The world seemed sharper, more vibrant. He felt a surge of energy, a sense of boundless potential. He looked down at his hands, marveling at their complexity, their strength. Within them, he held the power to create, to destroy, to love.
He closed his eyes, and for a moment he saw it again. The tapestry of lives, the expanding egg, the infinite universe reflected in his own soul.
He was home, but it was not the end. It was just the beginning. The journey continued, and he embraced it with open arms, ready to explore the universe within and the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. For he knew, deep in his heart, that he was not just living a life. He was creating a universe, his universe.